However, inside the restaurant, Puff sensed that Mr. Krabs was different today. The stench emanating from him made her unable to resist kissing him. At that moment, the real Mr. Krabs arrived in the restaurant. When he saw his girlfriend being intimate with a monster, he was so angry that he melted the glass to prevent Puff's date from being ruined. SpongeBob and Patrick threw the real Mr. Krabs out of the restaurant. Even though he claimed to be the real Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob didn't believe him. Then, Squidward, who was passing by, revealed the truth. The chubby guy in front of them was the real Mr. Krabs. Gary the snail moved into a new home, and after a full night of renovations, by the time SpongeBob came to visit the next morning, Gary had already transformed it into a miniature pineapple house. Gary had even dressed up as SpongeBob, and right next to his new home was a tiny statue-shaped house. Squidward was jolted awake by all the commotion, and came out fuming, only to trip over a rock, which turned out to be a mini version of Patrick's house. Just as Squidward was about to yell, he noticed the sea urchin version of himself playing the clarinet. In an instant, his anger melted away. Patrick also spotted a tiny version of himself, and couldn't stop grinning from ear to ear. Gary and his little buddies began reenacting SpongeBob's daily life. Whenever sea urchin Squidward tried to tend his garden, Gary and Mini Patrick would pop out to cause trouble. Even at bedtime, Gary and Mini Patrick would keep saying goodnight to each other non-stop. It drove the sea urchin version of Squidward to the brink of a meltdown. Right then, Mr. Krabs showed up, telling SpongeBob to get back to work. But as he turned around, he also spotted a mini version of himself. Mr. Krabs found these tiny creatures absolutely fascinating. The pets had even built a mini Krusty Krab restaurant. But just then, several tiny cars rolled in, and out swarmed a horde of horsehair worms. Sea urchin Squidward was terrified. Mini Mr. Krabs quickly handed Gary a flying spatula. But since Gary wasn't actually SpongeBob, he simply tossed the spatula aside, and rolled in a bulldozer instead, flattening every single house. The next day, SpongeBob frantically turned the ice cream parlor into a warship and marched straight for the Krusty Krab. But Mr. Krabs wasn't panicking at all. He'd already figured out a plan.
Deploy soft serve cannons! Activate coffee tracks! Hot howitzer!
The Krusty Krab transformed into a tank and launched ice cream cannonballs, catching the ice cream godfather off guard. However, he quickly reacted and retaliated. Squidward unleashed a barrage of shit-smelling chocolate. He was no pushover either. Several candy cannonballs blasted through the Krusty Krab. Mr. Krabs had to resort to his ultimate move, a barrage of target-locking cone cannonballs, destroying the ice cream godfather's warship's power system. The two fought to the death. Neither would concede defeat. Just as they were clashing, a starfish appeared in an ice cream ship. Under his earnest persuasion, the two men ate their weapons and decided to live in peace. However, the starfish misunderstood their intentions, believing they were still refusing to reconcile and were planning to launch an ice cream nuclear bomb to destroy everything.
Ice cream bomb? Wait!
We've already stopped fighting!
What? I can't hear you! Hold on, I'll be right down. On the way!
With the launch of the ice cream bomb, accompanied by a massive mushroom cloud, delicious ice cream appeared all over Bikini Bottom. So, where did Squidward go?
Will someone please get me down?